Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. I'm here with the veteran Noob, and this is Veteran Noob's Adventures in CSR2 Part 11. Okay, new season, new crew, new PC card. Let's talk about the crew real quick. I have joined From the Shadows. From the Shadows is one of the original crews that started back when CSR first started. They've taken a hiatus and is now making a comeback. Now, being an OG crew, what's interesting bit of history about this crew is that they were running for podium back when Mill CSR2, who is a OG CSR2 YouTuber, was still doing his YouTube channel and videos and live streams. He was a member of this crew, and you know, they back in those days, I was a relatively new player as well, and I didn't really want to run the kind of points that Mill and his crew was doing. They were capping. Mill used to do live streams capping, showing you how to cap and discussing all that. So that is where this crew's name really comes from. A lot of people know of this crew because of Mill CSR2. Well, they're back after some hiatus, and they're starting to rebuild. Now, the crew minimum for the top crew right now, it's only 1.5 million, which isn't necessarily going to get you into top 30 or 50 even, but as the crew gets more and more veteran players, the hope is that they would shoot for podium again in the future. But we all have to start at the beginning at a slightly slower pace until everybody get caught up. Now, they invited me back, well, not back, but they invited me to this crew, partly because it's almost like a rerun with a CSR2 YouTuber on board, kind of documenting and showcasing what the crew is doing, as well as being part of the crew and running for those points. So I'm pretty honored that I was asked to kind of take or fill Mill's shoes from back in the day. Mill and I have chatted in the past. I consider him a friend, and therefore I'm more than happy to kind of take this position in. Now, so 1.5 million as a new player, ouch. Okay, that's not the easiest thing to do. You really have to grind live racing. And the other thing is, this season, I really can't count on this PC Cup car to get me through the PC Cup, mainly due to lack of fusions. I mean, this car is a brand that has like 3 cars total, but one of which is a purple star that I've never seen again since I got it. So it's just not a brand that is readily available when it comes to fusions, and that means you're going to struggle getting fusions, getting it built. Remember, I always tell people on my channel that ask, well, what happens if I upgrade the car but I have no fusions? Well, your car's going to be slow. I mean, this is the reason why people get stuck on Tempest. This is the reason why people get stuck on stuff like events, the 8th anniversary, for example. That's a pretty easy event, but if you don't have fusions for those cars that are required, you're not going to make it, right? That is the problem. Now, with the way the fusions are coming slowly through these supply cups, I am not too confident I'm going to be ready to get through this Prestige Cup even by the end of the season. So that means, as much as I can leverage this car for other purposes of getting through supply cups and getting what points I can, I am not going to be able to count on that free 300K at this point. And that hurts because it would be really nice to be able to have that 300K or maybe 225 by that point, because really I probably can get through the first races to get that 75K out of the Prestige Cup. It's the last 2 big ones that I'm probably not going to get. So that is the issue with this car, but as I just showed you, Dyno Beating Tune can help you get through Supply Cup easy, and I have a video on that. Now, Dyno Beating Tunes working like that, what other cups does that work for? That's the first question people ask me. It works for Token Cup. It works for Service Trial. It works for Legend Trials. It does not work for stuff like Izzy's Explanation. It does not work for 8-Year Celebration, Tempest, Hill Climb. Why? Because these cups are based on dyno of your car for the challenges. Meaning, if I pick a car and that car runs a particular dyno, the challenger, the opponents are automatically matched to you based on that dyno, almost like live racing. And they never really get that much tougher. So they don't get faster by much between race 1 and race 25 or race 15, whatever the case may be. So you generally won't have much of a hard time beating these guys once you know your car beats dyno. So as you can see, what this opponent runs, especially in the first few races, is basically what my dyno is. Okay, mine's a little better than that. They start off slower than your dyno. They tend to end up right near your dyno near race 15. So if you run 2/10 under your dyno, you will not have a problem beating these trials and cups. This is why no player should not be able to finish a trial and cup. And if you finish every trial and cup you can, you will always get, looks like there's a 70 going on. You will always get your money. Now, the other piece to making RP goes back to live racing. There's just no way around the fact that you must live race to get enough RP, especially when you start going over 1 million. Up to 1 million, I would say a little bit of live racing and a lot of map racing and some grinding here and there, and just getting the PC Cup done will get you to 1 million pretty easy. Going from 1 million on towards that 1.5 million, that extra 500K more or less can come from some type of live racing. And that's either live racing in the global live or in showdown. We all know as newer players, showdown isn't going to happen. I don't have the cars. Even if I have the car, it's like barely built. I can make it through the what they call like the initial those runs. Now I can't think of the name of those runs. But anyway, they're basically like time setting runs, right? You do the initial runs against bots, and even those get kind of hard at some point, and then you're done. But in live lobbies, you're always matched to dyno to your opponents, with the stipulation, of course, that if you run faster than your dyno all the time, you eventually get tougher and tougher opponents, and you may not be able to win in live. But generally, you can. And if you run your car pretty slow, especially against other bots that I find in the lobby. For example, this guy here, I can slow down and just let him catch up to me a bit, like I would do with a live player. And this way, it keeps my average running times a little bit on the slower side. The other thing is, as long as I'm running, I can see what he runs to kind of get a gauge of what my opponents in the lobby may run. They're most likely going to be dynoing around the same time as that car minus a second. So since that car runs 12.5, my opponents in that live lobby most likely will run 11.5 dyno. Now, we know 11.5 dyno could mean 11.3 runs or even 10.9s depending on the car. But on the other hand, some people may dyno 11.7, been running too fast, and end up in the 11.5 lobby anyway. So there are a lot of variations. Now, I ran 2 runs, and it looks like it changed my lobby to another group with new bots. So we're going to run this bot again to get a feel for where I am. With the 70 running bots only gives me a little bit of extra RP, not enough to be worth it. What I would really want is to run actual people, but running the bots will at least give me an idea what kind of opponent speeds I'm facing generally right now based on the available players, and it's not a bad thing to run. So this guy actually ran faster than the last guy. That was a 12.5. This is a 12.49. Doesn't mean I'm in a different group lobby altogether. It's just I'm in a slightly different grouping of players. What I'm going to do is jump out. Remember, you're getting inserted by the matchmaking system to whoever is available to race that's right around your dyno range. And sometimes there's just not enough players around, and it may throw you off by a whole 10th on the dyno, one direction or the other because of it. Doesn't hurt anything, you just have to be aware that that could happen. So let's see what this bot runs. And the bots, as you go down the row of bots, they tend to start to run slower and slower. But they can also go faster and faster, generally not by a whole lot, within margins. So a 10th, 2/10 at the most is what I see when bots on the same quote lobby or same grouping gets challenged. One may run a 12.4, the next one may run 12.49, 12.52, 12.50, but they're not going to generally run 12.7s from a 12.5. You know, you just don't see that very often. But if you jump in and out of the lobby, you could get a different grouping which I do a lot when I'm looking to see where I settle. I race one or two. I may even lose them just to run slow, and then I come back. I jump back in the lobby and I say, where am I? Where am I? And if I'm in a pretty good spot, then I stay there. And the other thing is, if there's nobody there to race me, it's kind of boring. Then, of course, I leave and try to find a new place. So, all right, this looks like the Aventador. This is probably the Elite Tuner one. Maybe not. Okay, so this car here is a dyno beater. Now, if he knows how to drive it and he launches it late, it'll beat dyno by about at least 2/10 with shifts. It can be tuned to beat dyno by a lot more. So this is kind of a risky car for me to race. The same goes for these LCs, but if he has no stars, I'm less fearful of them, mainly because no star versions have less ability to run substantially under their dyno. Not to say he couldn't tune it to do it. I mean, he bet 10,000 cash, in-game cash. That usually means he feels that his car is pretty strong. Let's see if he can take me down. I am not going to run all out unless I feel it's necessary to stay ahead of him. Yeah, I didn't slow down as much as I normally would, but it doesn't look like it was a huge challenge there. All right, so he ran 11.6. I didn't raise him again, but again, when you're on a roll with these no-star cars, they get bumped very easily. So he might very well have been doing great in another lobby and just ended up here just now. And unfortunately, this grouping might be running at least a tenth or two faster than what he's used to seeing. All right. So live racing, again, still extremely important. In fact, this is going to be, unfortunately, my primary type of playing for the next few nights that I have time to play, is trying to do as much live racing as possible. That being said, I am still working the GR Supra green token. Now, I can get 2K green token from this car's event, right? This new Elite Tuner, because I'm not worried about this Aventador. That's a long-term project at this point. For a newer player without access to huge amounts of tokens or having them saved already, I can't do much. So I would be getting whatever I can from here, but unfortunately I cannot get to more green tokens, so that is out for me for now. Weekly Elite Cup is good because that gives you tokens, but at this point we're at the end of that. As you finish the Prestige Cup days, the Weekly Elite Cup kind of ends. And here I have the service trial. So where I'm at, my main issue for this season is I'm kind of having a difficult time trying to get the RP because I have to grind, and I really am short on time this season. But to cap off this video, let's go ahead and see if we can finish our races against Angel and get her car. I've been slow doing this because for a while when the race pass first came, there was like a weekly challenge to basically do 5 races in Tempest, and that by doing 5 races at a time, that kind of gave me an option to do that. Let me make sure, yes, I am running 11.9s with that car, so it is fully built. Because sometimes I change the settings to run map trials, and I don't want to forget. Don't upgrade the car right and then lose against Angel. You need like a 12-second run to beat her, so I just want to make sure my car's running under that. Okay. So this is a no-star GTI. I still haven't had the good luck of getting a 1-star car from Silver Crates. That's a tier 1 and a VW. I mean, that's pretty specific. So of course, chances of happening isn't that great. But you know, there are people that for the season in my other crew that post PC car and says, "Oh man, I went to loyalty and it was like 10 1-stars." I go, "Man, that sucks." But dude, I need a 1-star. I mean, I kind of want your car. I've had pretty good luck pulling the PC car. For example, I got this season's in 5 pulls. I didn't bother to record it for you guys, but I got it in 5 shots. And the truth is, I couldn't get a 1-star tier 1 that I really wanted. It gave me some nice cars, don't get me wrong, it's like 2 stars, 3 stars, but not useful enough for me. And oh, I got that was an Ultima Fusion. Oh my god. Okay, so understand that this cup gives you random fusions. Oh no, wait. No, I'm sorry. I'm confused. I didn't think Tempest was going to give me an Ultimate Fusion, but all right. Okay, so maybe this will be an Ultimate Fusion too. Ooh, I may actually have a few epic fusions for that Ultimate. I didn't realize it did that. I thought whatever fusion it gave you would be based on the Tempest card that you're getting. Maybe a Honda Fusion, but Ultimate. All right, I'll take it. Random epic fusion, that's an Ultimate Fusion. All right, can't complain. I was talking so much I forgot what I'm actually running because it's not really something challenging enough for me to even have to think about. Here's my 5 gold. You got 5 gold. And I spent 20 gold to get the gas to run this. Okay. All right, so another epic fusion of some type. Oh, this one's a Honda Fusion. There you go. I knew that it was going to give you Honda Fusion, at least one epic. Hopefully one that is usable on my NSXR, but let's see. Okay, here we go. Again, I know what the GTI can run. I've looked up what Angel runs, and she runs like a 12.2 or 12.1 something. So as long as I know I can do 11.9s or 12.0s, I am positive and confident that I won't lose to her to get her car. Oh, another Ultimate. So the random is whatever the PC car is. Interesting. I didn't pay attention to this before. Maybe this is true. If you guys are on Tempest as well and you have your random Ultimate Fusions dropping, let me know. I mean, this is something I never paid attention to. As I'm talking about it and doing this, it's dawning on me that it's giving me red fusions for the PC car, even though what are the chances of 2 random red fusions both being Ultimate in this game when you need it? The chances are, let me tell you, slimmer than you getting a 5-star from the gold keys. Okay, let's go. Let's go back to what we're doing here. Focus, Max. Don't lose against Angel right near the end here and embarrass yourself, because then nobody will trust anything you say because you don't know what you're talking about. You're just good at losing. All right, here we go. We got that one. Now that's not the important race, right? That's only the race before the important race, but turbo. Not to say a turbo red fusion isn't useful, but I really could use some transmission ones. Okay, so we took care of Angel, so now we need to take down the big dude, right? What's his name? I forgot his name. All I remember is he wears a hoodie and he talks a lot of smack. Okay, let's see. But here we go. Elte, that's his name. And he drives a Ford Raptor. This is going to be an easy battle. Again, doing 11.9s, I know I'm quick enough to take care of it, so I'm taking care of it. We do get a Ford Raptor in the game. Remember, that's part of your Ford Performance event, but it's not his Raptor, so it's just a Raptor, okay? His Raptor, I don't think was ever actually given as a prize car to anybody. So let's see, where are we at here? So I did 11.9, and he does a 12.7. Okay. So the jump from this to what Angel's going to run is pretty big. So let's go ahead and run Angel. Let's get her car. That'll add a nice tier 1 2-star to my groupings of cars. Not to say that that car, I mean, that car can do everything else for Tempest 2, but because it's a Honda, it's kind of hard to get all the fusions for it. So it's not, you know, it's not as easy as it looks to use the Angel Civic right away for the next Tempest. But I will use it in map and live in the future. So that's going to be one of my Elite License cars for Elite License 2. Ugly Dude's been a bit close. So I guess he's next. I'm coming for you, KJ. I'm taking that useless Nismo Nissan from you. And boy, is that Nissan bad. I don't know how KJ manages to buy such bad cars. If he was like one of those friends you have in real life, he'll be the guy that goes, oh, dude, I picked up this car the other day. It's really awesome. It's super fast. You're all hyped. You run over to his house. You jump in the car and you go, yo, man, this is a 4-cylinder Mustang without turbo. How did you even manage to get one? So that's the kind of guy he is with his car. So his prize cars are always sad disappointments. Okay, but that's a discussion for after we beat him. Right now, we need to see and make sure we don't lose to Angel. Look at her. She's coming. She is coming, and she's not going to get it. And I got her car. Woohoo! Super Nitrous, not needed. Oh, she only ran a 12.3, even slower than I expected. So 11.9, 12.3, boom, done. Angel Civic in my garage. And that is this season's little cherry on top, right? I got through some other stuff, but the key here is this season I wanted to go ahead and finish this leg of Tempest 1. And next season we're going to take down KJ and take his Nismo. And this is the other confusing thing about this game. So you have, I believe I counted one time, there's like 7, 9, or 12 GTRs in the game. And there's at least 2 or 3 Nismo GTRs in the game. And they're nothing alike. And KJ's Nismo GTR is by far one of the worst tier 4 cars in the game. So, those of you who have acquired it, I implore you to leave it stock and don't waste your effort on it. On the other hand, this girl's Civic, oh man, what a great car. Not to say I need it fully maxed to make it any good. What I do need is to build it for a nice little TNT setup, and that is trans, nitrous, and tire setup. With just that setup, this car is quite good. Oop, let's go ahead and but of course, I need fusions. As you can see, boom, 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 levels, no fusions. Because they all went to, guess what? The NSXR. However, getting fusions for this car is not terrible. I could always go and get it from parts crates, so that's always an option. Right, so 1 week, 0 day. I'm hoping tomorrow I will get the last week's worth of weekly tasks, because right now my weekly tasks are complete. I'm hoping new ones will come tomorrow, and then that hopefully will help me get past 20 and into 21, and therefore I get to choose one of these. We will see, but that's part of the rest of this season's goal. Finish the week strong, get RP, maybe pick up another car. All those things will be fun. So there it is, Angel's 1.5 VTEC. This will be used as soon as I can get it built to the level for once I finish Tempest 1. This will end up on my Tempest 2 Elite license as the Tier 1 car. Now, let's take a look at the crates as we wrap this up. So, free crates, any chance you get, collect them, because, well, any chance you get, you should collect anything from the game that's free, because it can only help. Even if it looks like it's not going to help. Now, Aki's Tuner Pit, while it's nice to have, and I have a 40%, I just don't have the tokens to burn on this. It's not, so this is just not going to help me. By the time this goes away, I'm basically, still not ready to build anything with this car. So this is nice and all, but it's more for players who actually been playing a while and have the resources. Parts crate, this is what I was talking about. Right now I have Angel Civic, which is a purple star, so it's a paid crate. I'm going to switch to something that's not purple star, and I can get key crates to get parts. That's how I can get more Honda parts if I want them. And really, that is about, well, this one has 50 days left, but I still can't pick up that Mustang GT, even though someone told me that as long as I finish the first leg of Dress to Impress, I can get it. Looks like I'm going to have to finish the whole thing before I can get that Mustang, because it's not popping up as available for me to get. And that's unfortunate, but that's just the way it's working out. Hillcom Flash, definitely no. Tuners, more Nissan parts. Give me a transmission epic, please. No, I don't want the well, I do want that, but you ask for a transmission epic, and Donna's like, oh, here, let me troll you. I'll give you a stage 6 transmission. How's that? It's red. It's a transmission. If only I can reach through the screen. All right. Oh, Honda. Yes. So, looks like Honda, which I may have, is part of this championship showdown. Awesome. And the Ultima, of course. If the Honda NSXR is part of this, I can actually get a few more tokens. This is really awesome. I think this just started. I Yesterday I checked and I wasn't looking at any crate spin available to me through any showdown. So Elite Showdown, I think it's done. We're on Championship Showdown. This is great. So for our final thing on this video, we're gonna take a look at the Championship Showdown and see if any of my cars qualify, because I know a Honda's in there. Okay, I'm not getting that. Oh, it's a Civic Type R. Yes, I could use it. No, I won't get very far, but hey, what the hell. All right, so I'm still going to run some later to get some stuff, because even participation rewards means at least, even participation rewards means at least some green tokens if I can suffer through 50 races, including a bunch of losses. We'll see. But yeah, there's something that I can at least grind for some positive result, which is tokens. And that, my friend, will wrap up my video for this leg of the Veteran Noob's Adventures in CSR 2. Little talk about the new crew, little tip about how to use dyno beating cars in map racing, and what doesn't work that way. We got Angel Civic. We're going to go ahead and get hopefully 5 gold keys off of this race. And so far, I'm doing all right. But 1.5 million is still a million points away for me. And we're on, tomorrow's going to be the first day of Prestige Cup. And then by next Wednesday night, the season's done. So I have a short amount of time to make a lot of RP. That's not going to be easy. But I will do another video at the end of the season and let you guys know if I made it or not. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Woo! And I got milestone 20. Wow, a whole lot of stuff going on. I like it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked the video, leave a like. If you like my channel, you like this series, and you want to get notified when I put up more videos, subscribe, hit the bell, and you get notified when I put up new videos. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.